All right, what's going on, everyone? It is Nothing But Cardboard, and today we are doing video number 4, and we are going to be showing you all what we have prepared after we pre-graded the cards. So be sure to stay tuned to see what each one of us has for this SGC challenge.
All right, so as Cody said, we have pre-graded all of our cards, the cards that we are going to be sending off to get graded at SGC. We all have different amounts of cards. We all have different strategies going into this competition, but I will go ahead and let Cody take it away because I think he's going to be the fastest here.
I'm obviously going to be the fastest because I only have 3 cards.
Mac talk was last video, John. Take it easy.
All right, so since I only have 3, I'm going to show you guys all my cards. So I actually got this Cal McCarr for $52.43 from eBay. I thought it was a steal. It was really well centered, but this one is probably not going to make the cut. I'm still on the fence about it, so we'll see in the next video if it actually makes it. But this card, I think we pre-graded it. What was the general consensus?
10 for you, and John and I both said 9.
Yeah, they pointed out some flaws on here that I didn't notice at first because maybe I was a little biased, so I don't think it would be a 10 at this point. Let's start with this bad boy right here, the one 16 out of 50. This card is obvious. This is not being sent to SGC. There's actually a vertical print line that runs all the way down this card. It's unfortunate. I did pay top dollar for this one though. It was $187.24 on eBay. Thought it was worth it being out of 50 and the jersey number, but I'm just gonna simply return this and get my money back. And
Cody might win the competition by doing nothing.
But I am
actually a good point. That card we all graded a 9.
This one, yeah,
the gold one, yeah.
I just don't. If you guys have experience with sending a card to SGC that has a vertical print line, it's not a scratch or anything like that. Let us know in the comments below what you think this would have gotten. I think the bottom right corner was still a little weak, but anyways, we'll just keep moving. This one, however, everyone pre-graded this card at 10. Yeah. This was super clean. It's not only the Bowman first, it's not only out of 50, but it's also the first edition. So this could be, I mean, all of my successes right on this card.
Is in one basket.
Yeah. So outside of these 3 cards, I did mention that I purchased 4 other cards. I had 3 Topps Chrome Purple Refractors. Those were all Bobby Witt Jr.'s. I returned one of them for the money, and then the other 2 were damaged. Just kept them. I didn't want to do the return process. And then I did have a Carrillo Kaprizov Rainbow, which I also returned. So I actually sold all 4 of those cards and actually lost $5. So these 3 cards, I had $342.67 tied into it. I obviously have enough money for my 1 card to get graded remaining. So that's where I'm at with this challenge.
How do you feel about where you're at right now, Cody?
I mean, I feel really good that I at least have 1 card. Like, this card could still be extremely profitable. I paid $103 for this on Twitter. Mm-hmm. So I think this card as an SGC 10 would, I don't know, I think north of 400.
Really?
I think.
That could be a home run then.
So
is that PSA or SGC?
I think SGC 10 would still net that much. But honestly, I felt way better before we did the pre-grading because the 16 out of 50 was like, that was my game changer. If that didn't have a print line, honestly, I don't think you guys stood a chance. But kind of disappointed that these 2 weren't as good. But I'm glad we caught it before we sent it off to get graded, because then we don't have more money tied up in these cards. So it's really just 1.
That's why you put multiple sets of eyes on it before you send it, if you can.
Yeah, exactly.
You can.
So let's switch over to John. Or Jim and John, and we'll see what cards he has.
All right, guys. It's been interesting. It's a learning process. We're trying to learn SGC's grading. This is the first time we've submitted with them. So out of my 6 raw cards, this one's not going to get graded. This one's going to get graded. We think it's
We think that one's a 10.
Yeah,
all of us.
All of us pre-graded that one a 10.
Mm-hmm.
We have an issue because John has the same card, and if we send them together, we won't know which one is which, so that we're going to have to figure out.
Mine's going to be the 10, John's is going to be the 9.5.
And we pre-graded his 9.5, all of us, so it's going to be interesting.
We'll see.
Bobby Witt, this is a regular card. This is just a paper.
Are you sending the Bobby Witt to get graded?
Yes, these are all getting graded. What do we have that pre-graded?
So the Bobby Witt Cosmic was 9, 5, 9, 5, and 9.
9.
The Julio...
You're still going to get that graded?
Yep, I think so.
The Julio was 10, 9, 5, 10. So
it's a paper card, but PSAs were going for like 75, 80 bucks. We'll have to see with SGC again.
It's probably gonna be 40.
Can we just backtrack? You're gonna send in the Cosmic and you pre-graded that yourself at 9.
I think so. We have to finalize. I have
Comps?
money for 5 cards. We're gonna have
You
to
don't want to
look
send
up
it
comps.
just to send it though. You
Correct. We're gonna have to pull up comps and see what a comp is at 9.5.
Okay, so you're gonna do that. Okay.
Raw card is, but I want to decide. But these are the 5 cards that I have money for to get graded.
Gotcha. Okay.
This is
Julio.
Call of the Captain. This was a serialized. I thought it was pretty good, and again, you get other eyes on it. It helps because people start seeing different stuff.
Yeah, we had 2 9.5s and 1 9 on this one.
So that one we got to decide. That will look good in a tuxedo,
Yeah.
but
That one's out of 100. I'd feel a little more confident sending that one than
125.
the
Yeah.
Cosmic.
Mm-hmm.
This card I got on eBay. I did go to a card show by myself. The guys didn't know I went. I thought the prices were overpriced there compared to these cards that I was getting on eBay. Like I would look at these same cards at the card show, and they had like 50 bucks. And I know they jack them up a little bit so you can deal with them in prices, but I was like, it's not even worth messing with. But I looked through a bunch of dollar boxes. I tried to look at some CSG 9.5, so maybe nobody has HGAs there, but I was looking for those to possibly get one to crack. So I didn't find anything at the card show. All of mine were on eBay. I did check Facebook, didn't find anything either. This card I got on eBay, it's a refractor. The guy had it listed as just a regular Topps Chrome Cosmic,
Ooh, you gotta steal them.
regular. So I paid for this card
Did you get it for
$33.01,
Oh, that's a steal.
and
for
these
that
were
card.
going for 50 plus.
Yep.
So I kind of feel guilty sometimes about that, but there was already bids on it and it was already going, so it wasn't like I could tell the guy, hey, pull it down. This card, what did we pre-grade?
Everyone pre-graded at 9.5.
9.5. I thought it was a 10 originally, but then the guy showed some stuff, so that was a good price on that card, and I think that one will look good in the slab also.
And again, we don't really know how SGC grades, so we could be overcritical on some of this,
Yeah.
but we'll see when they come back how accurate we are.
Looking
Better
forward
safe
to
than
that.
sorry,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, and we're the same with PSA. We
Normally.
say 9 or 10, and it comes back the same way.
Yeah, but we had, sorry to jump in here, but we had multiple conversations about your cards here where we're like, okay, this is a PSA 10, but since SGC has the 9.5, you may not, or you may want to reconsider it.
Right.
So I bought these PSA slabs. I started looking at cards, and these came up on my hit. These weren't like the top of the line cards. Tops now I'm not a fan of. They are not really short prints, but they come up whenever something happens and they list them, but they just don't sell perfectly. But they were graded PSA. We're a little concerned about SGC's resale value. So this Suzuki 2210. Am I saying his name wrong?
No, it's just funny. You have no faith in SGC, so you purchased
Well,
PSA cards.
we've never used them, but when we look up cards and see the resale value, I mean, they watch our videos. They see us buying them to crack to send a PSA,
Yeah, no,
so
that's
they know
true.
we're kind of concerned.
That's funny.
I got 4 PSA 10s for $91.67 that shipped.
Oh, you bought a lot? Is that what happened?
It was 4 of them from one guy. He combined shipping, and then I got 2 more. So they ended up being about 25 bucks a piece for the slabs.
Okay.
So total, I spent $271.81 for the cards that you see here, which leaves me $128.19 left for grading. 4 or 5 cards are going to get graded. We figured 24 bucks a piece. Again, we'll have to check comps and see if it's worth sending. If the SGC 9.5 or 9 will sell for more than a raw card.
Yeah. And I think it's going to be $22 per card because we do have 10 cards to ship off. So
Okay.
just barely make it into the $22.
So you're hedging your SGC you're hedging the SGC contest with PSA slabs.
If you
I
guys
love
go
it.
back and watch the first video, it's not an SGC challenge.
I like it.
It's a $400. Let's spend all our money
It was
challenge.
thinking outside the box.
yeah. it's
Any
just a
raw
different
cards
approach.
that you get to send for grading can go to SGC. Is there a box of tissues down there, John? Would you grab that for me so I can give Cody a couple? Cause
You're the
No,
only one
I
here
think.
whining right now.
Listen, all I'm saying is just it's a different approach than what we all have different approaches. All I'm saying is you're literally hedging the challenge with PSA slabs, but that's okay. It's in the rule
That's a
book.
legitimate strategy.
these are gonna sell for double.
Whoa,
I have several cards
That's
here
a
that are
bold
big
prediction
hitters.
right there.
$50 a slab.
Yeah, 50 bucks a slab when it comes to the season, the
Okay,
hype, and then some of these are gonna pull 10s,
okay.
especially the sepia
Sorry.
and the Cosmic?
Yeah.
You
That
had
I
a
got serialized?
9.5. Everybody had a 9.5 on that.
Yeah, but I'm gonna get a good grader. I'm putting a Snicker bar in the box for the grader, so we're gonna see how it comes back.
Okay, my turn.
Let's-
So before we get started, I'll go over the numbers. So right here, I spent $314.18 on cards. I'm grading 4 cards, so $88 for grading. And then I sold a card for $10, which brings me back to $392.18. So just under the 400 total that we had there. And now I'll go ahead and show you the cards that I am going to submit here. So this is the Wander Franco out of 2022 debut. I think that we all had this one at a 9.5.
Except for John. Jim and John had it at 9.
Gave it a 9. I think it's going to come back a 9.5. I purchased this card for $20. You know, I might be risking it a little bit. I thought it was super clean. I actually had it pre-graded a 9.5/10. There's a soft corner, so we'll see. Maybe 2 soft corners, but they're not bad. I mean, again, this is kind of a tester card. I don't really know how harsh they're going to be on it, so I wanted to send it just so that I can get a good idea. So that's that one. I also have the sepia refractor like John does. The surface on this one was super clean, just like his. I had it pre-graded a 9.5 to a 10. Everybody graded it a 9.5, I think. So there's a chance this one comes back at 10, but probably a 9.5.
The joke was if one comes back at 9.5, one comes back at 10, John gets the 9.5, Jim and John gets
I think
the
that's
10.
probably what will happen, but you don't know. So there's that card. The unfortunate thing is at a 9.5, you're going to probably be lucky to break even on some of these. So it's kind of a risk it for the biscuit type scenario.
You remember what you paid raw for that card?
Yeah, so the sepias I was getting for $10 to $15 shipped. So, all right, so now I have a base refractor. As you can see here, I think we all pre-graded.
I graded a 9.5, you guys graded a 10.
Yeah, so 2 10s and a 9.5. I had this one at a 10.
Yep.
If it does grade a 10, current comps are really not that high either. It was like $60 to $80, which is surprising because if you have this in a PSA slab, it's going for over 100 easy.
I've been biting my tongue this whole time and not trying to compare to PSA.
Probably not to, but I mean, we were hoping that the comps would be within like 30% of PSA, but honestly with these cards, it's like 50% you're losing by going with SGC. Unfortunate. So that's number 3.
Test.
That's the test. That's what we're going to try here.
They asked for it, they're getting it.
They actually convinced me to send this one. I originally had it at a 9, then we looked it over and I couldn't remember why I had it at a 9. And then they both looked at it, and what did you guys pre-grade it?
I gave it a 10 and Jim and John gave it a 9.5. I thought that was a super clean card.
It's a clean card. The good thing about this is there's not a million of them like there are of this card. So this one's out of 99. It is a color match, so you have the blue. It is optic, so it's Panini, which is unlicensed, but they still sell really well.
If it's short print unlicensed product, they sell well, and it's on card.
It's on card. It's not leaf, so that's the good news.
Is that a 50 or 99?
It's out of 99.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was really happy with this card, but as long as I can make a little bit of money with these 4 cards here, I am positive I'm going to be positive on these cards here because I got such a good deal on them. I feel like there's no way that I'm going to lose money reselling those cards, even if they go to auction, at the beginning of the season. So
how many of these were lots? Like you bought 4
So
or 5 cards?
this one was a lot, and
Okay.
it came with a numbered card and a chrome card. So
How
I
much
got
did you get that for?
it was 85 shipped for this one and the 2 other cards. So this was probably one of the better deals that I got.
Yeah.
A lot of these refractors I was getting for $10 to $15 a piece. I got this one for 20.
But didn't you say you got a whole bunch of freebies too?
I got a ton of freebies. I got these for $10 each, which is like half of what they typically go for. This one was a freebie that came with this one. This one I got for $25. This one I got for, I think it was 32 shipped. It was super cheap. This one came with 4 extra cards, and I think I paid $20 for it.
Yeah, so that's sweet.
This was a foil card, $6. This was the other freebie that came with this card. That one was $6. This was a freebie. This one was $10. I can't believe I got that, but it was $10. That's probably a $25 card. Probably $15. Freebie, 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 freebie,
You can list
freebie.
all those raw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
So that's where I'm at. I think I'm gonna make money. I don't have a home run card like Cody is. Well, I take that back. This one is kind of a home run card.
Yeah.
But it's not quite as big as the one Cody has. So we'll see. I did all go in on Wander Franco, but I feel like his price point was really low, and hopefully he picks up some hype getting closer to baseball season. I think it's only gonna go up from here.
It can't go down unless he gets injured again.
Right.
Like he is at the bottom.
Which was kind of my thinking going into this. So I was trying to make a safe play on someone who I thought had some potential to sell for a little bit more during the season. So,
All right, guys. So you've seen all of our cards. You've seen which ones are getting graded, different strategies. Let us know in the comments. Just put our name down, leave a comment, and then put who you think is going to win. Start picking a winner. Let's see what happens. The next video will actually be the reveal. We're going to put these in the mail in 2 days. That was the deadline. We can list the cards that we have left over to sell now. And then what date was the buy it now for 1 week? Starts
The last week of March.
And then
Second to last week of March will be the first week of the cards being buy it now. And then the last week of March will be a 7-day auction. And
that's the price.
yeah, so it's going
All the
to
risk.
end. So the auction is going to end the last week of March.
yeah, what is
So
that,
we'll-
March 28th?
Yeah, so we'll have the cards graded hopefully by the middle of the month.
It's supposed to
of
run 10
March.
days.
So we'll see. We're going to get these in the mail on
Tuesday.
Tuesday, which is the first week of March. I don't know when it's going to be when we actually drop this video, but yeah, that's what our plan is, and hopefully it works out for us, and hopefully we make some money here.
Yep.
But hopefully I make the most money.
I'm hoping we make money, and I'm hoping you all have less money than me. But yeah, I'm pulling for you guys to make a profit, not lose money, but not as much as profit as I make.
All right, guys, have a good one, and we'll see you next time.